Hey guys, it's Rachel. It is Thankful Thursday. I'm outside today because it's just so beautiful. It's actually evening now, so the sun's kind of coming down. My boys have just come out to play. Actually, they've just been having a little bit of a sleep, and you can probably hear the birds. Today, Kel and I are going to be looking at something that Tara's put together again this week, and today we're focusing on finding joy in movement. And what I want to do just here is I just want to read what Tara's put. She's put finding joy in movement. Exercise is not a bad thing. However, many people with eating disorders have had exercise addictions, and that the ED mindset around that exercise means that they cannot exercise. How can we reframe and find a different reason behind movement so that we're having fun, enjoying movement and enjoying what our bodies are able to do, instead of punishing ourselves through exercise or feeling obligated to move? Another side effect of the diet industry. I think that, you know, certainly what we've been looking at, and we did last week, is this kind of societal pressure, and I'm not here to sort of say, you know, what I'm saying is fact or what I'm saying is how it is, but I do have opinions on it. And, you know, at the end of the day, we live in a society that is, you know, the diet industry is huge, and whilst I'm not saying that being on a diet is the same as an eating disorder, those kinds of thought patterns and beliefs are kind of reinforce people who are already struggling with an eating disorder. Those messages reinforce what's already there. I also think that we're coming across a lot of people now, young girls, who's to say whether there's a definite genetic predisposition there, but who are feeling this constant pressure. And on Friday, I call them my younger sisters, shopping. They're 12 and 14, and, you know, they developed when they were 9 years of age, and they very much feel the pressure to be a certain size, look a certain way. You know, they're bigger girls than I am, you know, just naturally that's how they are. And you know, I did feel for them. I kind of, you know, all the clothes, some of the clothes sizes, I mean, they do a size 4 in Topshop, and I just think it's absolutely demoralising for a young person, for a woman, for me. And I know there was some controversy last week with the Urban Outfitters t-shirt which said "Eat Less." I came across a t-shirt in, actually I'm not going to say the name of the shop because I don't actually want to give it any more promotion, but it was a vest top which said "I love your bones." And while, say, when maybe my mum was growing up, the connotations of that aren't what they were today, today that does have a meaning, and it's a very common term used across pro-anorexia websites and such. And I think that it becomes the same with exercise, that we're kind of told that we're kind of, you know, lazy if we're not constantly moving. I was a gymnast as a child up until the age of 14. I then played competitive tennis across the UK. I've always enjoyed doing sport that, you know, it wasn't something I felt I had to do. You know, my girls do sport, they're both water polo players, and I rock climbed, I did kickboxing, I did a mix of stuff really, not in a compulsive or obsessive way. I was just very used to doing sport. And when I became ill, that was something that I probably turned to because I'd used sport anyway, but you know, exercise became something that I punished myself with. It was something I did, it was something that I felt I had to do. Nothing I did was ever good enough. If I didn't complete something to the satisfaction of what I thought it should have been completed to, I would do it all again. I ran you know, a lot. I ran an awful lot, and sorry, I'm a bit anxious tonight. Yeah, I ran an awful lot really, and really messed my body up. I've had a couple of surgeries on my knee. I have ongoing problems in my lower back. And so certainly for me, and I know for a lot of you, exercise it hasn't become something that's enjoyable anymore. It's something you feel you have to do because of your eating disorder, and that tends to be across the board with eating disorders. It isn't just, you know, in say anorexia or what have you, but it's in a wide range of eating disorders and struggles that people have. And I ended up in and out of like my recovery. I've tried to go back to the gym and kind of do some running, because I do actually love running, and then I ended up going, you know, every day of the week, and, you know, having to stop again. And what I chose to do last year was a dance class. I've always danced. When I was little, I danced, and obviously as a gymnast. And I go now, sorry, I'm just checking the time, to a street dance class. And it isn't about the exercise. Yeah, I go, and I think it's a good thing that I go and I'm doing something physical. That's good for me, that's good for my health, but it's just the best fun, you know. I go for like an hour and I just have an absolute ball. I've met some really great girls, and it's just something I look forward to. It's my time, it's my space. And there's a quote that, you know, I've thought of for a little while, dance in the body you have, and I can't quite remember who that's by. And I think that, you know, part of the struggle when we recover from an eating disorder is finding that comfort in ourselves. And actually, by doing something like dance, it is about movement, it is about positioning, it's about, you know, when I first went, I was so kind of like uptight. I had no self-confidence, whereas now I go, and I think, I like to think that I dance better because I'm more confident, I'm more comfortable in myself. And it's something that I go to, and I've been in a performance, and, you know, we're hoping to do some more charity gigs this summer, and maybe do some Saturday rehearsals. And it's something that's time constrained, and I think that that's what's really important. I think it's important that you do move your body. I mean, I know Tracy does yoga, I know Ariel goes running, I know Tara runs, you know, and I do this dance, and it has to be what's right for you. And I think that you also have to be willing to have some time out of doing exercise, to sort of find a bit of normality in yourself, really. But certainly as you're kind of going through the process of weight stabilisation, weight gain if need be, weight loss, whichever way it is, movement is a really positive thing, and learning about your body and seeing your body as something that's actually getting you from A to B. It's allowing you to do, maybe I shouldn't use the word sport, maybe like Tara's used the word, just movement, you know, that it isn't this punishing of ourselves. It's about being in touch with our bodies, and for some of us that's the more gentle side of stuff. I tend to be that kind of person, don't really sit too well with yoga, Pilates, that type of stuff. And I just think that it's good to move. It's good to find some comfort in your body. I went clubbing a lot as well. That was something that when I couldn't, you know, that was when I was happiest, when I was kind of dancing. One other thing I do, well, I haven't done for quite a while actually, is pole dancing, and that's, you know, you're building core strength, you're building strength in your body in a way that makes your body feel strong, and you notice a difference. And again, they're things that are time constrained, they're things which I do with other people, I'm not isolated, and maybe that's the starting point. So I think it is important that, you know, you get moving, that you do something that's enjoyable, and you know, it can be done in a way that's measured, in a way that isn't obsessive. And I think it's a real shame if we can't find that in our recovery, after having punishing ourselves in an eating disorder. I hope I've made some sense, guys. I'm a bit kind of like that this evening, and I hope the birds haven't been too distracting, and I'll catch you all next week. Okay, take care. Okay, bye.